Billy.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with super fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Start the morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Coffee show, the morning coffee show. That's
Good morning, everyone.
We got Lone Wolf too. We got
Morning.
people. I'm just thinking through y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good. You're looking handsome and dapper. What do you get all dressed up for today? Is there something special happening in your life, Billy?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
Oh, you disappeared. I don't know. And Lone Wolf made it back in time. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
And Mugen Full.
I am definitely here.
He's definitely here. I didn't say Mugen Full, and it went quiet for a couple minutes.
I'm halfway here right now.
He's halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. This I know. Drinking coffee, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer.
Careful,
Yeah.
you might get copyrighted.
Yeah, I've been looking for another puppy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Are you planning on getting another small dog, or you get another big dog?
another small.
Another small.
Yeah.
My only suggestion is try not to look for a Chihuahua.
Yeah, those things are mean.
I love Chihuahuas. Got a story about them. A real story about them.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes, when I was born, I had bronchial asthma.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle got me a Chihuahua, and the Chihuahua actually took the asthma away and ended up with the asthma.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, it's weird because, that's just a breathing disorder.
Mm-hmm.
But the dog ended up taking the asthma away.
Huh?
huh.
Wow. Poor dog. But yeah, that's a fun story to hear. But
Yep.
it makes me feel bad for the dog.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing that a dog was able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Something. Shimanache! Hello. Yeah, on break. He's on break. What's up? What's up? Shimanachi open packs like a crack addict. Well, if you understand crack packing addict, then yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, today we're talking about MTG drafting advice and deck building tips. This was a request by TCG Dude. He was sending me some videos and he's like, maybe you can talk about this. I'm like, sure, it's been a long time since I drafted, but we could probably give some advice.
I can't give you no advice. I'll be honest with you. Drafting is one of my worst things that I've done.
Oh yeah, and I figured I'd probably be kind of alone. I thought TCG Dude wanted to be on the show too because I sent him a link because he's the one who gave the idea for the topic. I'm like, maybe he wants to be on the show. Maybe that's what he's saying. But nope, he didn't show up whatsoever. I sent him a link and everything.
Dang, blag
Left high and dry. Do this.
He might be just busy with the baby.
Baby, baby. Well, I've been up since early this morning. Woke up at 7 in the morning. Actually, a little bit before 7, but it was annoying because my cat woke me up. It was hungry.
Cat hungry, feed cat.
Right. But like, we had to take the two of our 4 cats to the vet today just for their yearly checkup, get their shots and stuff. So I'm feeling it. To ball, that's bad advice. Just draft the rare cards. That's what I do. And I bet your win rate's not as big.
Yeah, but his pockets might be flowing with money.
Well, if you're selling cards, I guess.
I mean, he does, so.
Yep.
You know, I guess that would work. Drafting only the rare cards. If all the rares were in your colors, he's like, I'm in all 5 colors. All 5 colors. Yeah.
Ruberg.
If Tortoise had his way, he would be in all 5 colors, especially when the turtles come out.
Oh, yeah. I'm really hoping for that deck. I know there's going to be a couple more decks. But I want the 5-color deck. You're right. Absolutely right, Hillbilly.
I can't wait to see what other commander decks that they're going to give us in turtles. I mean, I know it's going to be a while because, you know, we still got Avatar to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got
Lorwyn
go through before we even get to the turtles.
That's right. The turtle power. I'm waiting for turtles. I'm probably not going to buy anything much Magic related until the turtles come out.
I don't blame you.
I can't blame you either.
Like I got a special plan going on. I can't reach it. It's right there. I got a Jurassic Park lunchbox up there that holds all my Jurassic Park movies, all movies that are on DVD and Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
But because the wife ordered it, well, I had to order it for the wife, but she agreed to it. I'm getting a Ninja Turtles lunchbox from back in the day, so I can put my deck in it and have a themed deck box holder for my Ninja Turtles deck.
Nice.
So I'm so stoked. You know, I got the turtle hat on today, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that you're stoked.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. Cabal was just swinging by to show some love and sure to click the like button. Thank you. That's right. I appreciate that 100%.
Yeah.
Anybody who does it. All right. But with that, my friends, we have reached the pinnacle in the show where we got to get to a particular segment of the day.
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Oh, no. Yeah, I had to showcase this card because Hillbilly has a copy of this and I want it.
I got a copy of it.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's on that list of cards I want from you. It's a board wipe I need for my Dazzler deck that has 2 board wipes in it. Dumb move is pretty cool. It costs 3 generic, 2 white, sorcery, destroy all tapped creatures until your next turn. Whenever a creature becomes tapped, destroy it.
Such a great board wipe.
Yeah, it is a great board wipe.
It's like 2 board wipes in one, kind of, because it keeps your opponent from attacking the very next turn after you cast this. That's why it's so good.
Yeah, if their creature's not vigilance, then probably not attacking you for a whole turn.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's Jurassic Park. And another reason why I want the artwork card is because Alan Grant's in the picture, and he's one of my favorite characters from the whole series. Oh, man. I prefer Alan Grant over Ian Malcolm, even though Jurassic Park 3 was a flop.
Well, that's a hot take, though, but okay.
Hot take. Jurassic Park 3 was a flop financially.
No. Preferring Alan Grant over Ian Malcolm.
Well, I'll tell you what. Read the book and see who lives at the end.
And I could argue there, but also the movies kind of deviate from the book.
Oh, they do. They deviate a lot. Like the book, the movies take stuff from the book, but the book is so much. I can't always say they're so much better, but there's so much more that goes on in the books that they just could not put in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, because like there's a whole scene in the book where Alan Grant faces a pack of raptors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to pick that up sometime.
Yeah, it's a really good book. Definitely if they ever there are people petitioning that they make a movie based on the book, more on the book. People trying to get it filled out for Hollywood to make it an actual reboot of Jurassic Park based off the novel. But there definitely have to be a lot of things that are upgraded in the movie to match today's technology from back in the day.
I mean, if Harry Potter can get a reboot, anything can, I guess.
That's
I mean, I can understand their issue, but I can also understand Hollywood's issue too, because they got an issue also because they have a budget that they have to go by when they make these movies,
right.
And when therefore they can only do so much.
Right.
And I understand people want them to do more, but if you ain't got the budget, then you can't do it.
Can you imagine if you just had a Hollywood budget in your bank account?
Oh yeah, I'd be
like nowadays, they're like, we're making a movie. We got $8 million. And you're like, geez, if I had $8 million,
really,
I'd buy a new house.
Exactly.
And when we all,
yeah. So
I actually like the house I'm in right now, but
yeah, I get it. Like the house, love the house.
Yep.
All right, now with that, we're gonna go from card of the day to the picture of the day. That will happen the day turtles fly.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about this turtle. I really did.
That's
Such a good turtle.
Yeah, such a good turtle. A colossal sky turtle is a fun turtle. Has two abilities that work as instants, where you can pay 2 genetic and a green, discard colossal sky turtle, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, which is pretty solid. Or you can pay a generic and a blue to discard colossal sky turtle or return target creature to its owner's hand. Just a good card in general. Good morning, gents. We'll be 8 minutes late to Secret Lair and validate my cart. We will see. All right. I hope it goes well for you, TC dude.
Yeah.
He says, meanwhile, I'm here to learn how to draft better. Hey, it's your idea, TCG dude.
Yeah, it was you should have been in the call.
Yeah.
But I know you're busy doing other
Well,
things.
there's another Secret Lair drop already?
That's it's another PlayStation 1.
Oh, it seems like every day, every time I turn my head, there's a new secret layer drop.
See, Million Full, that's why you got to be a billionaire. You got to be able to afford these secret layer drops that just happen like every day.
That's what it seems like.
It seems like that, yeah.
I mean, seriously, you got to get to a point where you can just wipe your butt with $50 bills.
I wish I could.
You mean the only way you're going to be able to afford these and all of these is learn how to use a penny. In other words, you got to wipe your butt with a penny instead of a dollar bill. A dollar bill go toward that.
Hard.
That sounds disgusting. Wipe your butt with a penny. That thing's so small. You'll get more stuff all over your hand than you'll get on the penny.
Yeah, you might get
some of those secret lairs are like that though.
I must say, it's better to use a half dollar. Those things are larger.
That's right.
That's too much because you need that for that secret lair.
That's right. We used to joke around as kids that Bill Gates would walk around his house sneezing into $100 bills and dropping on the floor. Or if he ever dropped a $100 bill, he wouldn't have to pick it up because by the time he picked it up, he already made his money back.
That might be true for Elon Musk, but
well, wealth changes like what wealth is.
I mean, he's half $500 million net worth now, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No one should have that kind of money.
If I was, had the money that these people had like that, I mean, I would not. People change when they get like that, when they get all that. But I would try my best not to change. I mean, I'm not going to lose my friends over wealth. I mean,
yeah.
But I'm also going to only trust certain people because you ain't there when I was poor. You ain't my friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
you
right.
You just want my wealth.
You'll be surprised once you earn a good significant amount of money. It will come crawling out of the woodwork.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about, Billy? I only hang around you because you're wealthy compared to me. All right.
Well, in that case, I think.
What? Whoa.
That's funny. So let's get on to the topic, my friends. Drafting. Drafting is a fun format in Magic the Gathering. Usually the best way to experience a singular set in the world of Magic the Gathering. Because when you draft 3 packs from a set like Tarkir Dragonstorm, you are drafting from that one set. It's like all 3 packs were from that one set, so you get to play around with the mechanics and abilities and figure it out. It's really fun. Unless you're having a chaos draft, but that's not for today. Drafting in general, and what I am talking about, is a pick one card past the pack format. What is drafting? Well, what is one of the best ways to play Magic the Gathering is really what you're asking. Well, up to 8 players, 8 plus players, but usually 8 players, sit around a table. They each get 3 booster packs from a set, and they open one at a time, 1 pack at a time. They remove the token card, probably an art card if it's in there. Then they pick one card they want to play with from the set. They set it face down on the table in front of them, and they pass the rest of their pack to the left. Then they get a pack from the player on the right. They get to pick a card out of that pack, put it on the table face down, and pass the pack back to the left. And they repeat this process till that packs are gone. Then when they get to pack 2, they open pack 2. They pick a card and pass it to the right. Then pack 3, same thing, but then back to the left. This is that's done purposely to kind of confuse the pack drafting problem, so people don't fully understand what colors you're in. But they do stuff. It's fun, but it's a fun format, and it's a way to do it. And what are you going to do with these cards? You're going to build the 40 card plus deck out of it. Like your deck's you want around 40 cards as possible. 17 lands, 23 spells, basically, or something in that realm. Don't ask me correct numbers all the time. I have to do it. But 40 card decks. Not 20 lands, 20 spells, like 23 spells, 17 land. Mix mash. You can always add a couple more cards in. You can learn the format that way. But it's one of the best and most fantastic ways to play Magic and interact with Magic. Especially if you love a set so much and you enjoy it. The better the set, the better the draft, the better the packs. That's one of the reasons why people are a little bit against the smaller sets, because that kind of takes away from the draft experience. But who knows? But that explanation was for people who don't know what drafting is.
Well,
go ahead.
I do have something to add to this. They've changed the way the draft is now, because now they have draft 2, where you choose 2 cards instead of 1. That's the only thing changed about the draft.
Right. I'm talking about regular draft.
Right.
Pick one, pass one. Yes. The pick 2 draft is limited for smaller sets, so we might have a full year of that. And if we do, we'll cover that in a later time. But the explanation I gave you about drafting is for people who don't know what drafting is, or is new to drafting, or want to try it. But what are some tips for drafting for the up and coming player? Well, let's get to the first tip. You open a pack of Magic cards, and you're looking through the cards to see what you want to pick. What are the first things you want to pick out of a pack? Well, my first tip is exactly that. You will look at the 3 types of cards to pick out of your first pack, and second pack, and third pack. First 3 packs, want to follow this order. You want to pick a card that's a win condition, or pick a card that draws you cards, or pick removal. And not in that order. Win conditions first, removal second, draw cards third. If all 3 are in a pack, you want to take the strongest between win condition and removal. This is from my experience, and is noted that the cards in Limited can be more powerful than they appear in other formats. So, you might have a bad removal spell that's bad in Commander, but it's good in Limited. Most removal is good in Limited. Most win conditions are good in Limited. Like, for example, a Colossal Dreadmaw, 6 mana, 6/6 with trample, no other abilities, is usually pretty decent in Limited. Compared to, like, say, Commander, where it's just a derpy card, or in Standard, it's too slow. But in Limited, it might be a win condition for you.
Mm-hmm.
And learn your colors. If you're a red player, learn what red does well. If you're a blue player, learn what blue does well. And work around the obstacles it gives you. Which brings us to our second piece of advice, is I have to look for is deck synergy over play synergy. So when you're building a deck out of picking cards out of a pack, you want to put more of an emphasis on deck synergy then you want to put on play synergy. And what does that mean for you? Well, let's put the two together. Deck synergy is looking at your draw, removal, ramp, mana fixing, and win conditions, right? Those are the things you want to focus on when building your deck if possible, because it's hard to do in a limited format. So the more you can put a focus on that, the better you'll get at building your decks. The more you can snipe those cards to build a deck synergy deck. Now, what is play synergy? Play synergy is when you get into the archetypes. Now, play synergy is when you look for, like if you're playing in a format with Madness, you want to look for cards that discard cards. You want to look for cards that work with Madness, like you play cards from the graveyard or get cards in the graveyard from places that might not be there. Like you want to be able to discard cards from Madness. Well, another thing that's very popular in the limited format is prowess. When you play cards with prowess, you look for cards that are instants and sorceries, enchantments, artifacts that are equipments that will boost up your creatures with prowess, and you want to play on that prowess mechanic. Well, the reason why deck synergy is over play synergy is in limited, it's always harder to get those archetypes 100% complete. Like, it's harder to get your prowess synergy pretty good, unless you got a table that's pretty good at staying in their own format and archetype. But with 8 players, someone's always dipping in your archetype. So you're not going to have a full-fledged prowess deck. You're not going to have a full-fledged madness deck. And sometimes the two will work together, so you're stuck picking cards in your color that have madness. Mm-hmm. So deck synergy is very important. So focusing on your draw, removal, win cons, mana fixing, that's important while you draft. Because a better deck that runs smoother is better than a deck that runs clunky. Woo. Woo. The third thing that I want to get into is signpost cards. Now, everybody knows what a signpost card is. A signpost card is a card that rewards you for playing in an archetype or synergy that you're in. A signpost card is like, let's say you have a vampire deck and you see an uncommon that says, other vampires control get +1/+1. That is a signpost card. Say you have a deck that works with manifesting creatures, right? Say you have a deck that says manifest the top card of your library, and you see a common creature or non-common creature says manifest cost to flip creatures over, cost 2 less to cast, or 2 less to activate, or whatever you call that flip mechanic. That's a signpost card. If it rewards you for playing the card and that archetype, that is a signpost card. Those are cards you want to get into, and those are cards you want to look for when drafting to help strengthen your deck. Because both deck synergy and archetypal synergy, as in card synergy, is really good. Because when you can get 2 cards in a synergy to kind of combo off, but it's really more of a synergistic play, that works strong in your deck. Plus, don't forget your removal, don't forget your card draw, don't forget your mana fixing, whatever you can get. Now, the reason why I'm putting emphasis on all these things is because these are things you want to focus on because they're harder to get in limited. Everybody's sniping these cards, so learn to become a sniper for mana fixing, card draw, and removal. Yes, because what that does is it builds a thing called tempo, and tempo is one of the things we call when you're able to play a spell and possibly 2 spells a turn. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, you highlighted. I didn't see that. The direction of the deck for sure. That's right.
Yep.
Things I look for often is evasion, flying, vigilance, death touch, right? That's another thing we're going to touch on right short. Well, we can touch on it now because that's on the next thing anyways. So, evasion, flying, vigilance, death touch. Well, vigilance is not evasion, but it stops the creature from tapping. But evasion, like flying, death touch, trample, unblockability, or menace is really strong in limited. They're stronger than they are in Commander, even though flying's pretty good in Commander in general. Evasion spells are awesome in the format. They're one of the things you want to look for if possible, but the problem is not all colors in Magic have good evasion. I mean, sometimes, varying on the set, you'll have a green flying creature card, but really, if you need to find a big reacher if possible. A card that can reach, The evasion's a very strong mechanic in limited, because limited is more of a combat base format. Like there are ways to have non-combat decks in limited, but that doesn't happen very too often. And most times, in most cases, in limited, combat wins the game. And so that's why evasion is important, and you want to get around things. Death touch is important too, but it's best to trade it out with death touch. Meaning like it's better to sacrifice a creature to death touch to get rid of that death touch thing. But it's also good to have little dirt creatures in limited too, because 2-drop bears, 2-drop 2/2 bears are actually pretty good in limited too. But let's get to the third thing. Last thing, hate drafting. What is hate drafting? Hate drafting is where you pick a card in a color you're not because you don't want your opponents to play it. No, hell no, right? Hate drafting is picking a card from a pack. It could be a board wipe, it could be a removal spell, it could be a win condition. And hate drafting is taking it because you're not in the colors, but your opponents might be in the colors, and you don't want them to have it. Unless there is nothing in that pack for you. Like, if there's nothing in that pack for your deck you're building, do not take it. Right? Do not take it. Only take it if there's nothing else in that pack for you. Really assess the cards. Make sure there's nothing in there for you. Because hate drafting is bad. And why? Because my old friend Jamie, who owns Game Grid in North Ogden, Utah, used to say that cards you hate is the deck you make. And you can't hate in every card because you're usually in 2 to 3 colors, and you'll hate drafting colors you're not. Well, you're stuck with those cards. Stuck. Yeah. Look at you, Hillbilly.
Yep.
Wow, you use glue. So do not hate draft. But what are some questions you have about deck building in general? Because I'm pretty sure that those will cross over. Getting stuck in colors feels super bad. It does. Another tip: try to stay in 2 colors, but be flexible for 3.
Yep.
Because you can splash a 3rd color. Like if you're in red and blue, be able to adjust to be in white or black or maybe green. Give yourself a little wiggle room. Try to stay in 2 colors as much as possible in the format you're in. Sometimes try to stay in 1 color unless you have to splash the 2nd color. That depends on the set and the multicolored version of the set. Know your set. If you're a multicolored set, you're going to probably be in 2 plus 1 color. And by 2 plus 1, I mean you want to stick in 2 colors. Splash in 1 or 2 cards that are not in your 2 colors. Yeah. Oh, shit. You're on top of this one. Drafting cards that are only high converted mana cost. Yeah. I have stomped all small draft pods by picking 1, 2, 3 mana creatures with 1 or 2 spells over 4 same season. That's right. If you didn't hear that, I was talking about 2/2 bears. And bears that have 2 mana 2/2 are usually strong in limited. Like if you get a handful of 2/2 bears that you can just play out with abilities, because most 2/2 bears nowadays have abilities on them, like are just upgraded mana from 2 mana 2/2. They're really strong to out aggro your opponent in general. Plus, make sure you have that evasion, that reach, that removal, that draw power. Another thing I want to bring into light is look for cards that draw you cards through basic game actions. Right? I know you're not really going to get a card where Wizards going to say destroy target creature, draw a card. Because Wizards hates us so much, they don't want to give us a card that good.
Really?
Right? They made a counter spell that says 1 generic 2 blue, counter spell, draw a card. But yeah. Yes, fun fact. Draft decks can have over 4 copies of any one card. You draft it, you can play it. I almost drafted 5 Heck Dies from Final Fantasy. I remember one time drafting 5 Oblivion Rings in a draft. So I get you. That's just a fun fact. But what I'm saying though, in limited, if you can find ways to draw cards through attacking or casting spells through your signpost kind cards, but instead of being signpost cards, but cards that work on your basic gameplay actions, Like if you have a creature that says whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Smack one of those in your deck. If you got a spell that's in your archetype that says whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, draw a card, slap that in your deck. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fun when you can do it. If you can find ways to draw more cards in your deck, the better the hand size you have, the more chances, the higher the chances you're going to have to win your game. But don't just smack every card in your deck that just says draw a card, because you need creatures to win too. So 5 O-rings, oh my god, that's right. I even stalled out a game with 3 O-rings because with Oblivion rings back in Morrowind, because that's when this happened. You play 1 O-ring, you O-ring your own O-ring, then you play a 3rd O-ring on your 2nd O-ring. That releases the original O-ring, comes back into play, takes the last O-ring you played, removes that, returns the other one. It makes an infinite loop of O-rings.
Wow.
And when you have an enchantment that says, whenever an enchantment comes into play, gain 1 life, that's an infinite amount of life. Yeah.
The thing got to have something on there that says when you gain life, or an opponent loses life.
Well, not all cards are like that from back in the day.
True.
But yeah. But anyways, let's talk about the one thing a lot of people get tired of hearing. That is the BREAD acronym. BREAD acronym. What is the BREAD acronym? Well, BREAD is an acronym for bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, and duds. Well, I replace duds with draw and mana fixing. Okay? So, bombs. Big creatures that win you the game. One of your first picks you want to do is pick the thing that you think you're going to win the game with, and you build a deck around it. Kind of like Commander. You pick a few cards you want to win the game with, and you build a deck around it. Right? You pick, and then in Limited, you can't guarantee you're going to win with those cards, but pick that bomb first pack. Unless you find draw removal, that's just better than the bomb in the pack. But always take the win condition first. Sometimes you get a pack that doesn't have a good win condition in it, but it has a good draw spell or removal spell. Take those. Removal and bombs are always important. But yes. But anyways, bombs, win conditions, BREAD acronym first because it's important. Removal is a R in BREAD acronym, and that is the second most important thing in Limited is removal. Your opponents are going to play creatures, enchantments, and artifacts that are just going to be busted, varying on the format. Keep an eye on the format so you know the kind of removal that you want. Like, know the set well. Study the set before you play. Right? But, like, having good removal in a set, being able to take the best removal is good and solid in Limited. Because Limited, yes, you're limited on cards. You need to build the best deck. You need to win the best. That's my joke. But anyways, after the R, there's E for evasion, which some TCG dude brought up. Evasion, flying, trample, menace. Always good. Making creatures harder to block is important and Limited. If you can do it, do it. Right? Menace. Menace is like one of the worst versions of evasion, but it's still good because you need to block with 2 creatures. It's pretty good. But sometimes a weird way of evasion is when you get enchantment that says this creature can only be blocked by 1 creature. That's still fine. Still fine. Especially when you put that enchantment on a big old creature. Right? Do it. Aggro is the next word in BREAD acronym. Aggro means you want a good combat style, so you want to run a pretty good amount of creatures. How many creatures? Well, at least 12 creatures. 12 creatures. 10 to 12 creatures. In a 23-card deck, you want 12 creatures at least, I think. 12 creatures at least. The rest you want your draw, removal, and good cards there. Draw, removal, and evasion cards. Sometimes you get an enchantment that gives a creature flying or an artifact that gives a creature flying. Strong stuff. Put that in your deck if possible. But aggro, you're going to be playing creatures. Creatures are the way you're going to win with the deck. So we'll look at those winning strategies and go for it. Go for it, my friends. Then, hold on. Then, with that in mind, with that in mind, my friends, we got D. Most people say duds. Don't play with duds, but in this acronym, it's duds is for draw, mana fixing, because those are cards you want to play. You want to play cards that draw cards. Drawing is pretty good. Look, drawing cards in limited is going to be more important than fixing your landing. Limited, you're going to put lands in your deck that help you. When you're drafting, you're going to draft for lands when you got packs with little much, and you're going to build the best support you can out of those packs. So that's what you're going to look for, is draw and mana fixing, but mainly draw. And the reason why I replaced D for duds, because duds are things you're not going to play, so why are you going to worry about those anyways? Put something in there you do want to care about, and that is draw and mana fixing. That's what D is, you know? And look, the bread acronym is good for Commander too. When you build a deck out of Commander, look at the bread acronym; it's pretty good. Just add a BW at the end for board wipes. You know, you got bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, draw, mana fixing, and board wipes. Even though board wipes fall in the category of removal, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Out of all this I'm talking about, does anybody have any questions?
No, not really. I don't.
You don't. Everything I explained to you is a good way to build a commander deck, other than the 40 card deck.
Very true.
because what drafting does and what drafting's good at, especially in-person drafting, is that it teaches you deck synergy and gives you deck building skills that really go from novice to expert over time. Like, drafting teaches you deck building in ways because it lets you play with cards that are normally not good, kind of like in Commander. Sometimes cards that are not good in Commander are good in Standard, but some cards that are not good in Standard are good for Commander.
Exactly.
Even though the truth is about that statement is that the lines are getting blurred because they're trying to make cards that are good for Standard and Commander.
Yeah. Well, the way I pick out a Commander card from a Standard card is I look at the wording, the text box.
Yeah.
Because if it says target player,
right,
to me that's saying Standard. Now if it says opponent, that is screaming Commander for me.
If it says opponents.
So they're able to target 3 opponents.
But what if it's a good spell that targets? Like, what would you do in Standard if you saw a spell that says each opponent discards 2 cards? Would you play that?
I would play that in Standard and Commander.
So the lines are getting blurred in between Commander and Standard. The opponent's thing, I understand what you're saying, because that is more of a Commander thing because you're playing against 4 people. Right. But they're putting these cards in Standard sets anyways.
True. Very true.
It's like having 2 Mooglefuls for the price of 1.
Yep. And that's a nightmare.
Yeah. But anybody on Chatland have any questions about this particular topic? I really didn't mean to rush through it, but we really went through all the advice I really got to give you that good. Some older spells only say opponent, and the Oracle text reads each or any opponent. Well, they need to reprint those cards so you know when it's each or any opponent.
Right. I agree. But to me, that's is one tell sign of which card is a Commander card and which card is not a Commander card.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have to gear towards Commander because Commander is the most popular format still.
Most popular.
Yeah, I know they're trying to bring Standard back to making it the most popular format. Because they went to the 3-year rotation, more drops and all that. But I don't think that more drops is going to help Standard. I think it's going to hurt Standard more than help. When the market is flooded with a bunch of new cards, It's going to be rough on a standard player to make the deck because they're having to continuously upgrade their deck, just like a commander player is doing. But it just gets so many drops. It's bad on the players.
Hmm. All right, really quick. Teacher Dude asked, did you talk about mana curve? No, I hinted at it, but I didn't talk about it. But I will talk about it because you brought it up. Mana curve in limited format is a pretty solid thing to think about. What's a mana curve look like in a commander deck? Well, 2, 3, and 4 mana drops is your main curve that you want to work for. You want more 2s, 3s, and 4 drops in your deck. Then you do 5, 6, 7 drops or 1 drops. Well, 1 drops you won't find a lot of anyways. But if you find some powerful 1 drops, play them. Because having more accessibility for mana is good for you, especially when you're working in the draw and removal category. When you want good draw and good removal, 2, 3, and 4 mana drops so you want to stick into with a couple 6 drops or big win con drops. That's pretty good. It's like, example, we'll pick 1, 2 drops, 1 drops, 3 to 5, 2 drops, and 4 to 8, 3 drops. That's right. Because you want more 2, 3 drops and 4 drops in your deck, but 2, 3, 4 in that order. You want more of those drops so you're playing stuff. So that's part of your tempo. Your tempo. Yeah, sorry I didn't bring that up. Should have brought that up. But I was running late typing in just the text for the whole monologue. Like I was late. Like Hillbilly ended the stream before I was even done with typing the monologue.
Yeah, and I ended a little late.
A little late. Yeah, but still good. Still good. All right. But yes, it's all good. We glad we're branching out from Commander Talk only today. Well, you brought up the idea. You shared those 2 videos for inspiration, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like shorts, like little shorts you shared. One by Luis Scott Vargas and the other one by another guy from another channel. I can't remember the name of the channel, but he's talking about packs are designed differently where your commons are guaranteed to have 1 of each color in them now. Like instead of just being synchronized by a certain order, they're synchronized by color. Interesting. But yeah, limited is one of my favorite ways to play Magic when I can. Sealed is so you can take the lessons from today and take out all this drafting mechanics out of it, and you can apply all these lessons to sealed drafting when you go to pre-release. But pre-release is different because you're stuck with the packs you have and you're stuck with the card pool. Your variants open up and draft. That's a difference. Because I've played sealed where I lost out on good cards. Like my Tarkir Dragonstorm draft or sealed play was horrible. I had some good cards in it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Anyways. Lone Wolf, you doing all right down there?
Yep. I'm getting ready to make another commander deck for you guys.
He's making another commander deck.
Yeah, he done told me about that, and it's going to be pretty bad for us. Great for him.
He's probably going to full on land destruction of this.
No. It has a salt rating anywhere between 80 and 92.
Oh my lord! What are you trying to do to us? Season us? Dry us out?
Make you suffer.
Really?
Oh, that's ridiculous. Salt rating of 80. Holy cow!
So instead of I still have my Esther deck built, but I'm building a Zur enchantment token deck list with stats.
Oh, Zur enchantment! I know Zur enchantment. He pretty much pulls up all the removal you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have a lot of removal, but I have some pretty interesting stuff in there.
Right. When you get stuff that says like when you have like an enchantment that says creatures that can only tap 1 spell each turn, or one land each turn, or you have an enchantment that says players can only play 1 spell a turn. I get it. Not Astrid, but Zur is just a nasty chat. Like I played against it before. You guys think drafting TMT will be fun? I feel like it'll be similar to Spider-Man due to the set being under 200 cards. I think it's bullshit. They're going to be under 200 cards. They could have done much more, but I don't know why they're staying under 200 cards.
I gotta agree with Tortoise on that one.
But they're making the set easier to collect.
Yeah, that they are doing, but they're also experimenting with the product, which they don't need to experiment with the dang on product. They just need to give us cards and quit dropping so many sets a year.
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Using the pick 2 in Final Fantasy drafts yesterday was awkward. I bet.
Yep.
I think drafting Turtles will be fun. Well, because I'm a Turtles fanatic. But, and I say, but. There's lowering the product numbers, the set size numbers. Just it sounds like they're either got too much on their plate nowadays or they're being lazy.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, they do have a lot of stuff on their plates, and I understand that they are lowering the print runs about on these cards because the designers are probably overworked. I understand that. But instead of lowering the sets, I think they just need to stop dropping so much. I mean, I know they make cards early. Like they probably already got the 2027 cards already getting either out on the print line or getting ready to go on the print line.
Right.
Everything. I understand that, but they still need their time. And they don't need to be overworked at what they're doing, because they do a great job when they can.
Right.
But if they dropping so many sets all at once, like they've been doing, then that's going to cause some people to be overworked. And when they're overworked, poor quality. And when there's poor quality, there's poor sales. Hint, hint, hint.
Right.
And when there's poor sales, that means less product that gets sold for Watson, for Hasbro, whichever one you want to call it. Wizards are Hasbro, but they need to just slow down a little bit and just leave us and let us keep getting our big sets. Give us our big sets. Stop making so many drops a year. And I think that will actually fix the game to where they need it. I mean, that's my belief on it.
Right. Like with the demand for all the product coming out, because it sounds like they're going to have more product coming out. Like working so much product years in advance, plus secret layer designs and stuff like that. We don't know all the teams they got going on there. But you got to figure there's a lot of crossover with people in the workplace that they're just overworked at the moment.
Oh, yeah. I honestly believe they are overworked. And TCG, I agree with you. Give them a 2-hour lunch break. In a Minecraft LAN office.
Minecraft LAN office. Maybe Halo LAN.
Yeah. But I mean, they got so much product coming out. I mean, and they're not only into Magic. They make multiple different games. But still overworked. And it just seems like they're overworked, especially as bad as Spider-Man flopped. And I mean, Spider-Man flopped big time.
Well, they got it. They're doing a lot.
But exactly.
You got to think of what they have to do. Like they're not just designing cards, right? They're not just designing cards. They're not giving Sonic IP and they say design cards what you think that is. You got people who have to play the game. You got people who have to study the lore. You got people who have to come up with iconic things from the story that they might not know, or they got to learn what's iconic against the fandom or with the fandom. There's a lot of studying on top of the designing cards because they don't want to disappoint you, like they did with Spider-Man, by the way, because Miles Morales should have been Teamer. there's a lot of work that goes into the designing process. I just don't think I just think they got so much on their plate that
Yep.
I don't know how overworked they are. Like, I can't tell you that they're overworked. I don't know what their hours are. I don't know what their work condition is, but I know there's a lot on their plate, and I don't know how they time schedule manage that.
Yeah. Right.
Hillbilly, Mrs. Hillbilly. Oops, sorry, you got. I keep clicking on stuff you already got. Overworked and underplayed. My guess is right.
I mean, it just seems like that because of Spider-Man. It gives me those vibes.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm going on is vibes. Because just like you said, we don't know the hours they work. We don't know how long they work, how short they work, or anything like that.
Right.
But I mean, a bad set. I mean, we had 2 bad sets this year.
Oh, yeah.
But this is just my opinion because some of these sets are good. I mean, people like some of these because sets ain't for everybody. Because you may be on to Hunky Dory, and I may like Hunky Dory, and I would hate Hunky Dory, but I would love Starfish, and you would hate Starfish.
Right.
And that's just the way the sets are. Not every set is for everybody.
Well, I understand they want to make a living, and I understand they want to make more money than just a living. Because, Wizard of the Coast and WotC, Wizard of the Coast and Hasbro want to make enough money where they can profit, live, and flourish.
Mm-hmm.
But what are they doing? Like they lost me from several of their products that haven't even come out yet. Like Avatar. Well, that's just like a particular card I want from the set. I'm not buying an Avatar. I probably won't even buy the Lorewing because I'm saving up for the Turtle set. I gotta be picky and choosy. And there's a lot of people like that right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have people who are enjoying pre-release, but that's about as much money they're gonna spend on the sets. Pre-release. There's you got people who are gonna buy the boxes, buy the singles, buy singles, by the way. That's a mantra here. That unless you really invest in the product, buy the singles.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a long time Halo Xbox guy. Me trying for the PlayStation layers purely for reselling. I've got a vendor table to stock up. That's right. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. But anyways, that's called scalping.
I mean, but if you are high into a IP like Tortoise or the Turtles,
right?
Then I could understand you saving all your money up just to spend on that set. Makes sense because your favorite IP. And just like, for example, let's say Marvel. I do like Marvel, but am I going to spend any money on Marvel? Probably not spend any money on Marvel because of the simple fact I can't see it digitally. Can't really test the card out because it's kind of hard to see what a digital card is from a paper card. If the paper card is not digital because digital streamer and I can't play it digital, so I probably will not buy into Marvel.
TCD says budgeting magic is difficult to best. That's true, especially how much it comes out. I think folks prioritizing the play experience is over experience. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Oh,
so it's not scalping. That debate is almost a meme here on this channel. That's right. Overspending is important to the health of the game. Or shouldn't overspend. Once you buy the product, it should make up its money if you're going to be an opportunistic reseller. But you gotta watch your spending for sure, and you gotta be wise about it too. Like flipping and reselling, you gotta be wise about it all together,
right?
Because you can't, because unless your life is based on selling magic cards, right? buying Magic cards is almost a non-investment because you don't plan on selling your cards most of the time. But having that trade values are good, and trade value is like a secondary third market. That's there in existence because like trading cards is always fun, you know. But like but the average thing is no, that's my bad. I meant that the shift toward playing Magic is needed in the space. That's very true. Folks have been running off the fumes of 2020 boom. That's right.
Yup.
Yep.
But yeah, so like I understand there's like resellers out there in the market, right? I know a guy he says he's not a reseller, but some Pokemon product came out. He went to two different Costco's to get 4 Pokemon boxes.
Wow.
Of these things, like these like special things. He got 2 to open, 2 to keep.
Huh.
That's 4 boxes for someone who doesn't really need them, right?
Wow.
You know, because they all come with the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The same kind of packs and stuff and whatnot. They come with the same cards that are shown on the cover. But and people do that with Magic too. You know, it's like it's crazy where the collector world falls in, and it's crazy where the player world falls in. And I think players need to take more space in collectors in this world anymore. Like I believe in collecting and being a collector is important to the hobby, but I think it needs to be a balance, you know, more than a shift.
Right.
My Lord, as I catch my breath.
Yeah.
It is that time where we get to
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG 3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG 3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hey everybody, it's that time of the day where we gotta get to the shill section, thrill section. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Hope you had a fun blast talking with us and joining us, talking about scalping, reselling, flipping, you know, nothing about draft.
Do you know you forgot something today?
Oh yeah, but it's so late I can't do it.
Yeah. You can do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
No.
well, movers and shakers.
Yup. I was looking forward to that too. I always look forward to that.
Right. But
yeah.
we're almost a full hour in.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start with the Mugen Full.
Yeah. So starting on October, I hope 11th or 12th, I'll be streaming my game from then until I finish both story modes. But the story mode, okay, so never mind. I'll get into the second story mode when I get into my game.
Right.
Anyway, that's all.
That's all. Just know he wants to play a game. It's coming out next month. Thinking about it, we got Lone Wolf.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me a part of the show. Let's get Hillbilly and Tortoise up to 1,500. We're getting closer.
Nice. Let's get there. And is there a link you want to drop in chat or anything?
Oh, I don't have all that stuff up. Otherwise, I would.
All right. We'll cover it different tomorrow then.
Yep.
We got Hillbilly.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna try to stream this afternoon. Yeah, I've still got a bunch of stuff going on. Y'all know about it, but I'm still dealing with it. It's just a tough time for me. Tough time for the whole family here right now. But I'm going to try to stream this afternoon around 2:00, and I got different options that I could do for the stream, and I don't know if I'm going to play arena, scan cards, or what. But it will be more likely it will be a stream. But that's all I got to plan for today.
No. It is Super Fast Tortoise here. Today's Monday. Will we play Miles Morales today? We'll find out. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Whatever we do, make sure to be subscribed to the channel. Hit that bell notification to see what we do tonight. You might be surprised. You might be cool with Spider-Man. Who knows what we're doing? My brain's still trying to get back into the process of today because I had to wake up early today. But we'll figure out what we're going to do tonight because, hey, it might just be fun. All the fun in the sun. But with that, my friends, I want to thank everybody for being here. Hillbilly, Lone Wolf, Moonful, and everybody in chat. Like this, you do. You rock, you rule. I want you to be here or be square. I want you to hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? You've been watching the show forever. Look, my statistics tell me you watch the show, but you're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Become a creep of the channel. That's right. With that, I want to thank you all for being here. Remind you that you're awesome and amazing. I want to remind you that you love someone's thinking about you, and if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need today. And with that, my friends, thank you, channel members, for being a part of the channel. Thank you, subscribers, for subscribing to the channel. And with that, we got to get to the end scene.
I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.